So today we are sailing on the Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas. You know, if you watch my videos, I like to just get right to the point. So, Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas, good or bad? It's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. We're going to get straight to the point and hop right in. Nice and early in the morning, so I've got the boat pretty much to myself. We're going to go through the layout of the boat and the little quirks and features and things of that nature, the quality of the food, the staff, you name it. But here we are, we're going to jump right into it. We are on the 5th floor. I know it sounds a little strange, but this is the main floor of the boat. The boat is huge. It's a bit overwhelming on your first day. I was overwhelmed, but hopefully this video serves for a good purpose. I can show you things prior to getting on the boat so you can kind of just jump right in, hit the ground running, as opposed to us who are kind of stumbling around trying to figure things out. So, 5th floor. And this is the floor where a lot of people meet up at nighttime. It's all indoors, as you can see above. So if it's raining or if it's really hot, it's all climate controlled down here. And it's like a pseudo city. It's kind of feel. Pizza place. Everyone goes to the pizza place because it's open almost all day. Little bars and shops. You've got a karaoke lounge. It's back there. You've got this really cool nightclub at nighttime, and they do Latin music and they have salsa and merengue. Really, really, really cool. You got a Starbucks back here. You got tons of shopping here at nighttime. They have all sorts of different extravaganzas and whatnot, and really cool. If you don't have the drink package or you want to bring something home, I think a lot of this stuff is duty free, so you can get in here and get a couple of bottles of liquor and whatnot, bring back for gifts. Again, more specialty restaurants, things like that. Then you got some of the fun stuff here, right? It's up now, but in the distance you can see this like fountain kind of thing. Well, what's underneath that fountain is a bar. That's a floating bar, and that bar goes from the 5th floor all the way up to the 8th floor, which is Central Park. I'm going to show you that shortly. So you can go all the way up there, and as you're having a drink and relaxing, this bar goes up and down. It's pretty neat, actually. Really, really relaxing. It takes about 15 minutes to make the full journey. So, pretty cool stuff. This is also a highlight. The line gets pretty busy here at nighttime. The robotic bar. So basically you got these two robots here, for lack of better words. You tell it, you program it and say, I want this kind of drink, I want that kind of drink, and they make everything for you. You see all the bottles up on tap up here. It's really something else to watch. It's absolutely phenomenal. Okay, let's spin around. Why don't we hit down to the casino really quick? That's on the 4th floor. Okay, and here we are. We're on the 4th floor, and here's our casino. The casino is enormous, broken up into two parts, a smoking and a non-smoking part. The non-smoking part is the smaller of the two casinos, but as you can see, there's all sorts of live table games, card games, roulette, and then the majority of it's all taken up with automated slot machines and things like that, touch screens and whatever. Super jumping at nighttime. Awesome vibe. Everyone's kind of hanging out. Some people are pissed, some people are not, depending on how their evening's going. And of course, what casino would it be if it didn't have a bar? There's your bar straight in the middle here. All right, so that's the casino. Casino back here, you got more of some of the high-end games that are back here. Last night, something was going on. There was a lot of screaming and hooting and hollering, so I guess it's good or bad, I'm not sure. But as you can see, the casino just keeps going on and on and on. You're never waiting around for a machine. There are so many machines here, and then back in the pockets of the room, there are even more machines that are crammed. So, casino is really, really nice. Nice area, nighttime, after dinner, you want to come down, just kind of kick it. Or you see some people down here now. I mean, 7 o'clock in the morning, and there's 1 or 2 people down here. I guess just killing time. So, I'm guessing it's open 24 hours a day, or their hours are just extended. While you're on the 4th floor, here is your main restaurant here. This is a reservations restaurant, but you can go on a standby line. So there's a main dining room on the 4th floor. I'm not going to go in there. They're still setting up, but they'll come serve you. It's not like a buffet or anything. And you have different types of cuisines each night. So I think last night was Italian. The night before was French. So the food's really good. All right, so speaking of food and atmosphere, we're going to head up to Central Park, and I'm going to show you that. All right, so this is the 8th floor, and I'm hopping around, but there's a reason for it. You'll understand in a second. The boat does have 16, 17, depending on who you ask, floors, but not every floor is going to have an attraction for you, right? Some of the floors are just staterooms. So we're just going to be jumping around to all the areas where there's attractions. And here we are on the 8th floor. This is Central Park. So Central Park is more of like a serene area. There's lots of benches here. Here's that floating bar I was referencing before. A floating bar is actually sitting here idle in Central Park. And eventually it'll make its way right back down to 5 again. So again, you could sit there, have a drink. It'll take about, 15 minutes or so to make it to 8. Then you can hop off here. And in the nighttime especially, you can walk around Central Park. There's all sorts of trees. There's a library up here if you want to take a book out. Regular cafeteria if you just want coffee, tea, and some finger foods. And then you have some fine dining as well, which may or may not be included in your food plan depending on what you've got. But Central Park is more of the laid-back vibe. It's not as loud or party scene as some of the other floors. It's more of like a chill zone. So nighttime I come down here, we get a drink, we sit, there's live music, things like that. So that's Central Park. One of the things that's important to note, how do you remember all this stuff? Well, there's a cheat sheet in the elevator. Every elevator will have icons, and once you get to know the boat, the icons will represent what floor you're on. So in this case, the icon for Central Park is in there. There's another icon. We're going to go to the Boardwalk next. That's on 6. As you walk onto the Boardwalk, there's a pony there, like a carousel. There's a big icon of a horse. So then you'll understand there's that. We started this video on the 5th floor where that car was. There's an old vintage car that's sitting down there. Sure enough, there's an icon of a car that's on the elevator bank as well. So it takes a day or so, half a day, and you'll know the lay of the land just like we did. The design is pretty cohesive and it all makes sense. And if in doubt, you've got your Central Park plaque right there reminding you that you are indeed on the 8th floor. Let's head back into the elevators. Let's go to the Boardwalk on 6. So as soon as you jump onto the 6th floor where the Boardwalk is, you can't miss it. You got that giant Boardwalk sign greeting you. And then more importantly, as you come in, you'll see the carousel. And as I mentioned before in the elevator, there's an icon of a horse that signifies, this is what the 6th floor has to offer you. So here we are. 6th floor, you've got some arcade games over here, carousel. Then more so in the back, you've got really, really nice sports bar at nighttime or during lunch. And then over here, we've got a candy shop, a beach shop for like little knickknacks and stuff like that. Johnny Rockets is in the back here. Yes, the Johnny Rockets. You can come here, get breakfast, lunch, dinner, milkshakes, you name it. And then we're greeted by this purple slide thing that comes down. That's the Abyss. That's a slide that starts up on the 16th floor. It's a dry slide. You have to be dry, no water involved. You go inside this like burlap sack kind of thing, and you scooch down from the 16th floor all the way down to 6. Really fun. Not scary at all. Really, really fun actually. And then the most important part back here, next to the rock climbing wall, you've got the theater. There's like an amphitheater kind of setup over here. And they put on some amazing shows here at nighttime. Absolutely beautiful shows. Last night was an aqua theater show kind of situation. The place was absolutely packed. But they do tell you, even if you don't have seats reserved, it's not a problem. You can stand along the wall. You can find little spots. The boat is absolutely huge. So there's room for everyone here. So we stood and hung out and watched that for a little bit. And the nice thing like we like to do is while we're up on 6 up here and we get done watching the shows, we'll actually hit back here. And it took us a day or so to find it. And there's different ways of getting there, by the way. We come back down to 5 where there's a track, an actual running track. So common on most cruises, super important too because you're eating all day and you're not really moving around too much. We've got a fully functional running track over here with absolutely beautiful views of the ocean, or if you're docked, super clean. There's some chairs here if you want to just enjoy being in the back of the boat and relax like this gentleman was doing. And there it is. Absolutely wonderful. All right, I'm going to take it back up to the 5th floor. I want to show you guys the spa. So while you're up on the 6th floor, you can head over to the Vitality at Sea section. And this is in the front, the actual front of the boat. All sorts of different acupuncture you can sign up for, different massages. They have an IV therapy lounge. I'll be honest, I haven't taken part in most of this here. And then they have a juice bar. So if you choose to eat a little bit more healthy, you can have a juice bar instead of having something that you normally would on vacation. Consultations, so on and so forth. I can't go too much further in here. But this area gets pretty packed, and it is reservation only, from what I understand. At nighttime, they do have people soliciting for the spa, so you might be able to get in if you don't have a reservation by speaking with one of them. But I don't have personal experience with that. Okay, let's hit up the 15th and 16th floor. Important floors, because that's where the pools and hot tubs are. And if you're like us, that's where you'll be spending most of your time. So here we go. We have those icons I was referencing before. Oh, where are we? Here we go. 15th floor. So here's deck 15. Deck 15 is going to offer you 4 pools and then probably a half a dozen or so hot tubs for just, kids and whatever. And then probably another half a dozen or so, give or take, huge hot tubs for like parties and whatever, where you can probably comfortably put 15, 20 people in those hot tubs. So as you can see, it's about 7:30 in the morning. People are up. Not a lot of people. People do grab the chairs. I have gotten some questions about the chairs. It's always the main concern. Is there a shortage of chairs? How do I reserve a chair? They're very anti-chair reservation. You're not supposed to just put towels out and reserve the chairs. With that said, I haven't seen anyone get penalized or scolded for it. We're in the smoking section right now of the boat, by the way. There is a smoking section. I will tell you, if you come down here at 10 o'clock in the morning, the likelihood of getting chairs on the 15th floor, slim to none. However, move up to the 16th floor where we're going now, you'll find tons of chairs. So if the worst of your day is the fact that you have to go up to 16 to get your personal stuff and swim in the pool on the 15th floor, that's not too bad. That's what we do. I don't even bother looking for seats on 15. Beautiful views overlooking the 15th floor. But one of the main attractions back here are your slides. So there's 3 slides here in particular. The blue and green one, which kind of dumps you into the salad bowl thing. And then from there you go into the pool. Then you got the orange and pink one, which takes its time and loops you around until you end up in the pool. Both super, super fun. Unlike the Abyss slide I showed you before, these are wet slides. So you have to have a bathing suit. You are going to get saturated. Super fun. Water park for the kids. Those days for me are behind me, but if it wasn't, we'd be spending most of our time there. Huge water park for the kids. And judging by the screams and the giggles that you hear most of the day when you're up here, it must be a lot of fun. So while you're up on 16, you've got the Windjammer. And the Windjammer, which as you can see is in the back of the boat, that is an all-you-can-eat restaurant here. Buffet. Absolutely enormous. Anyone can come in, there's no reservations that are required.
Oh, that's good. Yes.
And here's your Windjammer. I'll try to get some footage later on. I just don't want to disturb anyone as they eat. But this is the Windjammer. The food is phenomenal. Service has been really, really nice. You help yourself, but you walk in just like any other cruise. You wash up. They're very big on that, which I'm very happy about. And you help yourself. And they've got a huge array. You've got your staples like your burgers and dogs, which are always there. But then every night they kind of switch it up. So they have little cuisines like Italian night, and they had Asian night the night before. And everything's just really delicious. Alright, so as we're approaching the El Loco Fresh. El Loco Fresh, you come here, you get your own burritos and nachos and tacos, things like that. Fast finger food things. And then wrapped around in the back is the beginning of where the teen club starts. And the teen club has all sorts of activities here. We've got basketball courts, you can see in the distance over here. They have their own bar. They make bar. They have like mocktails and drinks like sodas and stuff like that. Here's your teen club back here. So if you're traveling with teens like I am, they like it. You come here, they all kind of like hang out, get to know each other. There's mini golf. They've got mini golf back here. And one of the great restaurants here at nighttime, Let's Meet Here. It's the barbecue joint. This is amazing. The smell here, oh my God. Even if you're not hungry, you want to go in there. And here we are. Here's the mini golf area. Zip lining. Zip lining starts right back there. So there's tons of activities. I mean, I could do a 2-hour video on this boat. There's so much to do. It's impossible to be bored. And let's come up on top. We'll end it by showing you Flow Rider and the top of the abyss. And this is where a lot of that is all kind of hidden and tucked away. I've spoken with a handful of people that were here 3 or 4 days. They didn't even know this existed. The boat just keeps going. We've got like this Tim Burton-esque figurine of some sort, kind of daunting, next to the bar. You hop in this thing, and it brings you right back down to 6, where you'll be on the boardwalk by Johnny Rockets. You've got a Flow Rider over here, and you got a Flow Rider over here. So that keeps the lines going pretty well. I've been to resorts that have one Flow Rider, and that line can be 45 minutes to an hour. Not fun. And then on this side, you could watch your guests hit the zip line. So here's the zip line, you latch onto it, and it brings you right back over to that barbecue joint I was referencing before. So, as you can see, look, the boat is enormous. Like I said, I can go on and chew your ear off for another hour and a half, 2 hours about all the little nooks and crannies of the place. But this, I just wanted to give a condensed review. And when you get on the boat yourself, you'll see what I'm referencing, because it just keeps going. And the more you walk the boat, the more you discover things, and you interact with people, and you find little bars that you didn't know were here, or little eateries and pastry shops and coffee places, and you kind of fall into your own little groove that might be different than mine. But this is like the meat and potatoes of the boat itself, and it's absolutely wonderful. The staff has been top-notch. They put a real emphasis on making everyone as happy as possible. I'm easy to please, I really am. We were asked yesterday to do a survey, and I gave everything 10 out of 10. I mean, it's beautiful. The boat is spotless. The staff's wonderful. The food's been excellent. The service is top-notch. Good or bad? It's neither. It's amazing. It's better than good. So I hope this helps. If you're planning on booking, you should take a real good look at this boat. I'm not sponsored, unfortunately. This is just my own personal opinion. But I hope I can help you out. And if you do have questions, hit me up in the comments. I check every day. I'm happy to help you out. Enjoy and happy sailing.